But you need a patient to be sort of patient one, right? I mean, what is that like to find someone who's, I mean, I guess this person needs to have some courage to step up and say, yeah, try it out on me.
So we met in 2012, first patient 2016. So you have to imagine that it took us 4 years to get the authorization to do it, and also to understand which technology we would use to stimulate the spinal cord, knowing that there was nothing available at the time. So we had to repurpose a technology that normally is used to treat chronic pain in order to stimulate the spinal cord for rehabilitation. So it took a lot of time. So you have to find this technology and then to get the authorization from Swiss Medic, Swiss Ethic, and then to find the first patient.
Yeah.
So it took us so many years, but of course the first few patients, and we at the time we were not known for this therapy, so it's harder to get a first patient. So now we get a lot of people asking, but initially it was hard.
Even today, we have a new indication.
Mm-hmm.
The first we like to call test pilot for our technology is always difficult to find.
Yeah.
Because the first one, you have to jump into the unknown. And also often you expect a lot of debug at the beginning, right? You always get better several patients. So it's hard to find the very first one.
Right.
We are true pioneer, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then as soon as we have one publication that is a little bit mediatized, then everybody...
Then we have thousands of requests. We cannot even manage the amount of requests we receive.
Now, you mentioned ethics before. There was an ethical board. How did that go? Walk us through that.
Ethics and Swiss Medic is getting serious in Switzerland.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
No, it used to be much easier 20 years back, but now it's quite well organized, but we have to go through 2 regulatory committees.
Mm-hmm.
One is assessing the ethical question, is what we are doing has an ethic? Is it okay? Propose this to a patient.
Right.
And the other, the Swiss Medic is assessing the safety and feasibility.
Right.
So it's a big dossier that you have to prepare, and it takes time.
Yeah.
Talking about 3,000 to 1,000 pages of documentation that you need to assemble before you start the trial.
Right. And your test pilot, knew that he was he or she, I guess, knew that he was going to be a test pilot, right?
Of course, we started with men.
Yeah.
Actually, initially, more men was candidates.
Right.
And he knew. So all our test pilots are still, we say they are more team members than real patients, because we see them quite often still.
Yeah.
And now 10 years, we could actually do a ceremony, because it's this year is the 10th year as well for David. Excellent.
This episode is brought to you by SwissQuote. In a world of economic uncertainty, having full visibility and control over your finances matters more than ever. SwissQuote is Switzerland's leading digital bank, combining everyday banking with advanced trading and investment solutions. So whether you're investing in stocks, ETFs, crypto, or just looking to actively manage your portfolio, SwissQuote offers powerful tools, transparent pricing, and the security of a fully regulated Swiss bank. Discover more now at swissquote.com.
David is a very special story because I actually met him when I was still in Zurich in 2012 when we published the Paralyzed rat that walk.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was in Zurich. Then I moved to Switzerland in EPFL. But he always said, I would like to be the first test pilot. So when we were ready in 2016, he actually was not ready because he had the European Championships of rugby in wheelchair.
Oh, okay.
So
priorities.
Priority. So I went to actually the competition, which was in Notville, with my 3 weeks old daughter. And he won, so I went to congratulate him with my daughter, and he looked at her in the eyes, and he said, I will walk before you.
Oh, nice.
And you bet that in June 2017, David was walking by the lake here in Ushi, and my daughter was just watching him from the poussette.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Really? And he was walking without any assistance, right?
No
He's not between parallel.
Well, he did have a walker for balance and was stimulation to support his step.
Right.
But it was the first step of a person who had been paralyzed for many, many years.
What a great story. Right. So now in your collaboration, is one of you the optimist and the other one the skeptic, or would you say that you're sort of equally attuned to each other in terms of feasibility of going forward into new areas?
Of course, both of us have a different background and aware of different problems.
Yes.
That we put on the table, but there is no break. I mean, not one of us is.
You just have to convince each other. You actually.
Sometimes yes, but rarely.
I mean, this is maybe a tough question to ask, but do you ever argue about any of the steps that you want to take? No pun intended.
I wouldn't say we argue on this subject.
No,
not really.
Right. But also, like, what we have been able to build with Jocelyne over the year. I mean, it started with my lab, and then she joined as a neurosurgeon, right? We made the first step together. Was so successful that we understood the importance of our synergy, and we wanted to formalize this collaboration. This is why we created NeuroRestore in 2019. And then over the year with Jocelyne, we have built NeuroRestore as we collaborate together. You know, we take all the decision together almost. We communicate all the time. It's really like two true director. And we have organized NeuroRestore in the same way. We have layers of people who trust enormously, who contribute with us to shaping NeuroRestore's decision.
Right.
So it's a very effective environment and very collaborative. It's the spirit of Switzerland, you know?
Sure, exactly.
It's really much in the spirit of Switzerland the way we proceed with the program.